The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. China argues that it was the Philippines that, quote, intruded into Chinese waters following an incident when a vessel of the Chinese Coast Guard pointed military-grade laser to the BRP Malapascua near the Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, the Chinese Foreign Ministry argues that the Ayungin Shoal, which it calls the Renai Reef, is part of China's Nansha Islands. It said the Philippine Coast Guard vessel intruded into the waters of the reef without Chinese permission. The Chinese Foreign Ministry also said that the Chinese Coast Guard ship only upheld China's sovereignty and maritime order and, quote, acted in a professional and restrained way. The ministry also said it hopes the Philippines to respect, quote, China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights in the South China Sea and avoid taking actions that may worsen disputes. It also said that China and the Philippines are in communication about the incident through diplomatic channels. The government vows to continue protecting the country's sovereignty after the Chinese Coast Guard aimed a high-powered laser at a Philippine vessel. Mon Gualvez has the report.
In this video of the Philippine Coast Guard on February 6, passengers of the BRP Malapascua captured a ship with a small green-colored light. But after just a few seconds, the small green light turned out to be a laser that was pointed at the vessel. The BRP Malapascua was headed to Ayungin Shoal to deliver supplies to the BRP Sierra Madre, which serves as a garrison of the Philippine Navy in the area. The Philippine Coast Guard learned that a ship of the Chinese Coast Guard with bow number 5205 was using a laser light on the BRP Malapascua. They believe that the Chinese Coast Guard used a military-grade laser beam which could blind someone if it hits them directly in the eyes.
Kung sakaling ma-establish na ginamitan tayo ng military-grade laser beam, ay hindi po ito maganda. Dahil po talaga pong halimbawa may effect sa ating mga tao, lalo na nasa bridge, kung nasaan nandun yung brain ng barko at pagpapatakbo at na maaring ilagay dito sa panganib yung ating mga tauhan.
Due to the incident, the BRP Malapascua was forced not to proceed with the rotation and resupply or RORE mission to the BRP Sierra Madre. Instead, it headed directly to its next supply run to the BRP Teresa Magbanwa, located in the Calayan Islands in Palawan. No new date has been set yet for the rescheduled RORE to the BRP Sierra Madre. In a statement, National Security Advisor Eduardo Año said the Philippine Coast Guard will continue to fulfill its duty to enforce all maritime laws of the Philippines and protect the sovereignty of the country in the West Philippine Sea. The PCG's mandate also includes ensuring the safety of our fishermen and supporting the resupply operations of the BRP Sierra Madre. Meanwhile, as the geopolitical climate continues to change in the Asia-Pacific region, President Bongbong Marcos said the Philippines may be inking a visiting forces agreement with Japan soon.
I think in general, if it will be of help to the Philippines in terms of protecting, for example, our fishermen, protecting our maritime territory, kung talagang makakatulong, I don't see why we shouldn't adopt it.
While open to strengthening security ties with Japan, Marcos expressed caution, saying he did not want the Philippines' efforts to appear provocative. Aside from defense talks, the economy was also discussed during President Marcos's visit to Japan. It is expected that 4,000 jobs will be provided to Filipinos after the president secured investment pledges and contributions worth more than 700 billion pesos from Japan. For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
The Sugar Regulatory Administration has approved the importation of 440,000 metric tons of refined sugar this year. Of the total figure, 200,000 metric tons of refined sugar will be allocated for consumers. 240,000 metric tons, on the other hand, will serve as a buffer stock. The SRA approved the sugar importation in a bid to bring prices at an average of 80 to 85 pesos per kilo for both local and imported sugar. As of the Agriculture Department's latest monitoring, refined sugar is priced at 87 to 110 pesos per kilo.
We have to also understand yung plight ng majority ng Pilipino na consumer po. So, yan. So, the farmers actually, hindi isang-ayon yung farmers sa retail price natin ngayon na ganun kataas. Kasi alam naman ng farmers that high retail price will bring about to situations like this na matatamaan din kami in the end.
The United Sugar Producers Federation said it is in favor of the importation. The group says the buffer stock allocation would prevent price speculations.
This assures the market that there is ample supply kahit wala ng sugar milling tapos na yung harvest. So hindi magpapanik yung mga trader na makaubusan. This order to import, as I said, will stop the speculation. Puro speculation ito po ang taas na presyo not related sa stocks.
On the other hand, the Samahan Industriya ng Agrikultura expressed concerns of the importation's impact on local sugar producers. The group also fears that imported sugar allocated for consumers would not make it to their baskets.
Napapalo tayo kasi yung objective na importation, which is to lower retail price, huwag ba siya nag-budget ano ba ang mechanism nila para ma-ensure na yung i-import mo talagang doon sa sinasabing lugar niya mapupunta. There is no mechanism.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here in One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Over in Turkey, the Philippine contingent continues on its mission to rescue earthquake victims. Despite logistical challenges, they were able to put up a medical response team in the Turkish city of Adıyaman. Liaison and Logistics Officer Angelo Mangawang told the big story that they continue their search for survivors even past midnight. Mangawang added that aside from rescue officers, locals have also started assisting in the operation.
The team was able to assess and triage 20 buildings po in Adıyaman. Then other buildings po, aside that, binalikan po ng team natin ngayon kasi po, despite po 1 week na nakalipas, we are still hoping po na meron pa tayo makikitang alive po na victim. So our team is really trying their best po to save as many people as we can po.
Heads up, motorists, oil companies are set to implement a new round of price rollbacks for select petroleum products this week. Effective today, February 14, prices of diesel will be slashed by 2 pesos and 20 centavos per liter. Prices of kerosene will also see a decrease of 2.5 pesos per liter. Prices of gasoline, on the other hand, saw no movement this week. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.